On April the 19th, 2015, a boat sank on its way from Libya to Italy. 700 of the 729 people on board died that day. The media refers to these people as climate refugees or climate migrants, implying that they made this hazardous journey to get away from the impact of climate change. However, a group of researchers went to the Tambacounda region of Senegal, where many of the drowned migrants came from, to ask their families why they abandoned their homes to journey toward Europe. And they actually tell a very different story. They don't talk about the weather. They speak of being excluded from markets, having low prices for their crops, lack of social services, and inadequate political representation to articulate their aspirations and defend their needs. They also talk about a lack of hope. They see no future in Tambacounda. In villages of Tambacounda, men are expected to marry and provide for their family, but the lack of opportunities makes them feel useless, precarious, and powerless. Staying at home simply feels like social death to these young men. So they decide to make the dangerous trip to Europe, where they see a way to find respect, to become adults, and to make their people proud by contributing to family and community at home. The goal of going to Europe is not to escape climate change or war, another common narrative about migrants. These young men are seeking a life of dignity. Climate change is real and is causing additional stress on already vulnerable people. But the claim that climate change is the driving force behind migration from the Sahel focuses our efforts on the wrong initiatives. Indeed, Tambacounda's farmers are precariously perched at the edge of disaster due to policies and practices that allow economic exploitation. A normal and expected drought or any other fluctuation in political stability or the economy can then push these farmers over the edge. So, the question we must be asking is, why are these people on the edge in the first place? Why do Sahelian farmers always live on the brink of hunger? Why do they lack public services and social safety nets? Why don't their local and national governments represent them or respond to their needs? Why do international development agencies channel support for rural development to non-governmental organizations, rather than to the elected local governments that know and represent them? By only focusing on climate change as the driving force of migration, we are erasing the histories and existing knowledge of crises and their many local, national, international, social, and politico-economic causes. The problem is not immigration, and the cause is not climate. The problem is a lack of a secure, dignified life, and the causes are many. Causes are located within policy and practice of governments and markets. They are located in state-supported extractive economies. They are located in a lack of political representation. People need to retain the benefits of their own labor. They need access to resources and markets. They need social security, and they must be represented in creating the very policies that shape their lives. So, the real issue has always been the most complex of them all. What kind of policies and institutions allow for people to move back from the cliff of precarity? What kinds of policies allow them to live with security, hope, and dignity? How can we strengthen local and national democracy to make local and national governments responsive to their citizens so they might help build a secure economy by and for the people?